My name is Ambassador Mercy Ifeanyi Nwachukwu Oka. I'm the founder president of Women's Center for the Family International, an NGO non-governmental organization established in 2015. Being the founder president of Women's Center for the Family International is a movement for me, and my inspiration came from not just being a woman, but after the experiences I've had as a humanitarian, maybe as a philanthropist too, as someone who have a lot of passion relating with people, and that drove me close to meeting a lot of women, and not just a gender thing, but my inspiration seriously came as a calling, and it led me to the experiences I've had with a lot of women, ranging from the girl child, from teenage women, ladies, single women, married women, widows, orphans who are women in prison. I've had a lot of encounter with women, and it kept on driving me towards the movement, and everything boils down to the calling I have as an advocate for women. And I see myself always speaking for women, especially those who are voiceless, those who are handicapped, or those who are in one issue or the other. I see myself coming out to speak for them, to fight through justice for them, inspire them, encourage them, empower them. And with all of this, my passion and inspiration drove me into founding this NGO for women, which is strictly on a call, as in calling from God to serve humanity. Talking about running this organization, I don't want to say my organization because it belongs to God. And running, you know what it means to run. Actually, to run this organization has not been easy. Managing this organization as a movement, as an NGO, as a ministry, as an organization, has a whole lot of faces. Like, I run this by the grace of God. I don't even know how I do it, but I see myself, I have passion for this. I have a call for this, and I've answered this call, and it's something I love doing. And from time immemorial, or from the time I started, from the inception, I've always run this organization with the same energy. And each time I keep running, till date, my energy is more than 100%. And I manage this organization from inspiration I get every day from people's experiences, my own experience as a woman, happenings in the society, cutting across. Even we've gotten to other African countries like Ghana, Cameroon, South Africa, Nigeria. We've gone through almost half of the states in Nigeria, talking about mentoring women, counseling them, empowering them, guiding them. So managing this has really been very, very spiritual for me, very divine, very deep, because it takes a whole lot of energy, strength, idea, finance, sacrifice, a whole lot. At times you just get to a peak where you feel, should I drop this? But then, for using that word, how do you manage this? I've become a very good manager, and this is my investment. Like, it is my business, and I do it wholeheartedly, out of passion, free of charge. Nobody pay me for what I do, but I manage this by the grace of God. To cap everything all, God has been the manager of this event. It's just that I'm the tool, like we're the pencil in the hands of God. So I'm just like a pencil, and I've been managing this. We have this team, Humanity. For the past 3 years, our record has been all out on humanity work, counseling, free mentorship programs, skill acquisition. From 2019, I wouldn't even say back to back, like front to front. We have been going forward in dishing out activities for women, for the girl child, advocating for them in all aspects. Those who are into domestic, after COVID-19 lockdown, a lot of families developed issues because during the lockdown period, families were kept in one space, and you see a lot of issues. We even had to treat a course on domestic violence for 3 months, mentoring women just to help them immediately after the ease of the lockdown. When people started moving, we immediately went into free counseling program for 3 months under Women's Center for the Family. We focused on domestic violence, the causes of domestic violence, issues that come after domestic violence, its effects on children, broken homes, single parents. Even we went as far as providing solutions and also getting women who are involved in this, who one way or the other, even men who are also abused in their marriages, we threw it open, and it went a long way to support women. After the training, we also gave them certificates to keep in their houses. That reminds them in case of any time issues want to come up on domestic misunderstandings and all that. We went even to talk about abuse on children, especially the girl child. Everything is about women. A woman can't just exist as a woman. You are being born as an infant, you grow through the puberty stage into teenage stage, you become a lady, you get married, get inducted by marriage into motherhood. It takes a whole lot of process, and our NGO Women's Center for the Family International have made it so open to people to access us at our offices. Well, we have centers where we mentor. We have Ijebu Center, we have center in Okota, we have also at Festac, we have also on the island. I'm not talking of outside Nigeria, Ghana and Benin Republic. But for the past 3 years, from 2019, we have gone seriously deep into grassroots mentorship for women, advocacy for women, the girl child, those who are under kind of abuse. We mentor students, young girls who go to secondary schools. We talk to them when they come around us. Those who are under any kind of abuse or some nasty experiences like rape, like maltreatment, like even trafficking, we make sure we mentor young girls, for them to know the impacts and why they should not just rush out to travel with anyone they feel like. And also, we'll talk about prostitution, we'll talk about maybe a lot of things that have to do with women. I must not mention all now, but these are the things we, for the past 3 years, till date as we speak, we have room for that. People come to our offices, we counsel them. People call us and report issues of domestic violence, rape, maltreatment, trafficking, and all that, especially against women. We also look at the prison, women who are in prison. Passionately, for the past 11 years, our Women's Center for the Family have our NGO as a non-governmental organization take it upon ourselves to visit the prison every 3rd week in December to empower them, lecture them, appreciate them, and also make sure that they are in order, even as being incarcerated in prison. So our record is speaking for us, and we have done a lot, and we are still working. Work in progress. Talking about certification, yes, we are duly registered as an NGO under the CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. And apart from that, we've been endorsed. We've gone through a series of interaction and relationship with other NGOs, which I may not be mentioning. I don't want to run free advert for anybody. But then Women's Center for the Family International, coming all the way from Nigeria here, we have gone as far as Benin Republic to mentor. We are recognized in Ghana very well. We have a center there. In Lagos here, we have worked in over 10 states, mentoring women, caring for them, being a helping hand, and also being a voice for them, listen to them and know what the problems are with them, especially mothers, women who are mothers, especially widows, especially singles that may feel dejected, and also the girl child. So we are certified, we are registered, and we are proud of what we do, because our roots is purely under humanity, and most times we go all out to the grassroots level to make sure we do the things we do. And we may not have published a lot of our works, but those who have been following us for all these years can tell that it's not just to mentor. We do practical aiding, helping, and giving voice to the voiceless, to the hopeless, to the lonely, to the hungry. And we also group this under corporal work of mercy. We liaise with a lot of people free of charge. That is what makes us different. We don't charge people for what we do. We do it with passion, and we do it for humanity. I wonder, stakeholders, talking about stakeholders. Well, I want to say here, our stakeholders are the people we speak for. Running an NGO in Nigeria is like you're on your own. All these years, I do these things out of passion. So our sponsorship is 100% on me. But I won't deny the fact that few times people have seen the things we do, and out of passion, they feel, oh, this lady she has gone so far, she has done so much from the little she can afford to do these things. So once in a while, people out of mercy, maybe out of pity, maybe out of concern, or out of just love for humanity, support us in terms of calling us out for free interviews. Maybe we'll go to the TV stations for interviews, and they just want the people to see some of the things we do. And at times, some friends and well-wishers and family have key in one way or the other to say, okay, with this little thing I want to support you with. I'm not saying it's small because it is from their widow's mind, but then most of the things we do here is 100% sponsored by us. When I say us, like by me, like for real. Yes, the key indicators I use to measure our impact, not my impact. The impact of Women Center for the Family International on women is when I see changes, when I see satisfaction, when I see relief on the faces of women we try to help and mentor. The girl child who run to us because they are being abused, and when we handle issues, they feel better, they have a voice. Women who have been battered and abused in their marriages, they come to us, and after counseling and after coming into their issues, they find relief. Women that have been oppressed, maybe by the society or the culture where they come from, or their tradition, or based on financial issues, poverty. Some women are so down because they are married, they have family, but they can't even afford to take care of their children and themselves. And by the time we come around to support them, not just that we give them money, we give them moral support, spiritual support, physical support, and make them feel belonged again. The way they respond back to us, by their confessions, they make testimonies they give out there, like meeting people who are homeless, women with children. Some are widows, some are just lonely, some their family left them, some out of one reason or the other. And the little we can do for them, we do. They feel very much belong, and that is the kind of gratification we have. And that's when I see that we have impacted these people, we have touched their lives, and they are women. Women are vulnerable. I come back feeling very happy and very proud, not just of myself, but of God Almighty that have given us this grace to continue doing these things we do. NGOs that are in the same space with us, that I consider as maybe mentors I look up to, let me take that, and people I see that do the things we do. Well, I'm not just being proud, though I'm a very proud person in a very stylish way. Our NGO came up like it's a calling for me. We are not really out to make money, because I know a lot of NGOs, when they do one or two works, they call for fund, and fund come from here and there. What we do is like, me, I'm a Catholic from my background, and what the right hand does, the left hand doesn't know. So most of the things we do, we don't really showcase them, because we see it like we're doing this for God. And until God wants us to showcase some of the things we do, and I think that is the level we have gotten into now. So now if I want to talk about NGOs that are my mentor or role models, I will talk about Mother Teresa. This woman did not register an NGO in her era. She's late now. Everybody knows about Mother Teresa. She's my role model. She's the person I look up to before founding Women's Center for the Family. and also some Catholic missionaries and Christian missionaries from other denominations too, that have taken it upon themselves under Call for Humanity to help people. Like Red Cross Society is a mentor and role model for me, because what they do is by passion, from origin. Mother Teresa worked selflessly. She didn't even register an NGO, but at the end of the day, she's the greatest NGO for humanity that have walked through or passed the face of mankind. Everybody, there is a kind of goodness you show. People say you're like Mother Teresa. At times they refer me to Mother Teresa of our time. She's the woman I look up to. She's my number one role model, and the things she has done, and her name is still speaking and standing for humanity. I'm talking of people who sacrifice themselves so deeply and gave all out, all they have, their time, their money, their energy, even their life, to serve humanity. Then Mother Angelica. Then also I look at people like Oprah Winfrey, because she's rich. She worked so hard to get to that position. She's my role model, and I look up to her a lot. She's intelligent, she's coordinated, and she helps people too. There are other foundations too that I've heard of, I've read of, not just Oprah's foundation. There are others that I may not be able to mention now, but I'm usually caught up with people who have passion to help without asking for reward. People who go all out, whether agency, organization, company, humanitarian, philanthropist, or an NGO, that just support people without looking for what you give them, or without anybody paying them back for it, or even do it without people knowing, in the dark, in the secret. Those are my role models and people we look up to. Working with multicultural projects when dealing with women is very, I don't know, but I would take it like it's a versatile thing. It's not just cultural differences come into play, because now Nigeria is diversified with a lot of ethnic groups, a lot of languages, culture, tradition, and women have key roles they play in all of this culture, because being an African, being a woman, you must not go against tradition and culture. I'm talking about women now. Women are culturally binded and controlled and watched and managed by wherever they come from in terms of roots. Some people are Hausas, some are Westerners, some are Igbos, some are Yorubas, some are from the Middle Belt, and each of these places I've mentioned now is, controlled or governed by norms and ethics, values, goals and objectives. And women are expected, in fact, I know men also are binded by this culture, but women, to be a woman is not easy in Africa. A lot of things that you must adhere to, obey, follow, even in marriage. So having all of this come in play, and having an NGO that advocates for women, we have to balance both culture, tradition, the rules, norms, values, and what is obtainable in our time. Despite westernization, modernization, global influence, and even the era of 21st century, where we have everything on display. So we still find a way to exist in it, make sure that the things we do, the things we command, our way of advocating for women does not clash or conflict with the tradition and culture, values, rules, and regulations of us as Nigerian one, and where we come from, our different ethnic group, languages we speak, the food we take, and even the way we dress. To round it up, I would just say we walk in line with godly rules, commandment from God, which is coming from the spiritual angle. We walk in line with the legislature and judiciary aspects of being in Nigeria. We counsel, we mentor, and we obey rules. We try to know the rights of women. We try to know the rights of women from the angle of being women under governance or under rulership of some rules to guide us. So when we see women that are deviating and they may be ignorant of what they are doing, our NGO try to let them know that if you do this, you may be wrong. If you do this, the law frowns at you. If you do this, the society. So most of our mentorship program, counseling program, we try to be in line with both what the rule of a nation says, what the norms and values of a culture, tradition says, and what a human being also demands for being a human. That's when we are fighting for women's rights, we know the limit we can fight to. And we also try to make sure that we do not conflict with what is obtainable from both the country, from both rules, from both norms, from both laws that guide us as human beings. My advice for upcoming founders are the people or young ones or organizations who may want to go into humanity, call for humanity service or advocacy in any way for women, is to understand that it's a very rigorous area. It's not something you just dive into and dive out. You meet a lot of things. At times we'll go into helping, giving a helping hand. At the end of the day, we are being abused for doing that. So there's a lot of sacrifice to give out there. There's a lot of endurance and patience to showcase. There's a lot of learning. You must know the truth before you tell lies. You must know the law before you cancel someone. You must know rules before you guide anybody. And you must also be a role model. As an organization, as an individual, even as the founder that I am, you must build a formidable team. You must recruit and work with people who are ready to volunteer to give their lives for others. Sorry if I use that word. Nobody should die for anybody. But at times, there are cases where you just have to go all out to give a helping hand, and it could be from any way. So my advice for people who are into this kind of thing that I'm doing, you know, you need to have a lot of patience, passion that drives you, because it gets to a stage where you're just like misunderstood from every angle, and people may not know what is driving you, because to do a humanity work is charitable. You do it voluntarily. Nobody asks you to do it. Then with that, you can just keep going. When challenges come in it, you understand that you're dealing with human beings, you're dealing with the society, there will be pressure. So my advice is, if you're hoping to go into this because of the passion that drives you, don't feel bad. You're going to spend a lot of money. You're going to even borrow to help. You're going to drink Panadol on another person's headache. People are going to mock you, castigate you, laugh at you, even misunderstand you, misjudge you. But then at the end, you may just keep working, don't fall, don't relent. At the end of the day, you will still make the statement and people will understand. Thank you. For more details, I know we have said a lot, but it's just a slight run over of the interview. I would like people to know where our office is. Though a lot of people know, we exist all over. We are like a rapid response team. But then our office, our head office, is at 2224 Agro Palace Way, Okota, Jericho Plaza, very close to Celeb Bus Stop. And also we have our online media platforms that you can follow us on, even Twitter, WhatsApp numbers. Everything will be displayed on the same. But then you can always reach us. We are open from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Every day we are open. Remember, what we do here is for charity. We are not billing you for anything. It is for free. And if you have cases related with women, rape cases, abuse cases, assaults, domestic violence, anything you feel that touches the woman and the person involved cannot voice out, please call us on our number. They are displayed on the screen, and I tell you, because of God, because of love and care, we will respond immediately. Even through our email, we can get your contact and also respond to you. Thank you. I remain Ambassador Mercy Ifeanyi Nwachukwu Oka, Founder President, Women's Center for the Family International. God bless you.